Alright, listen. What's that simp word? What is that simp word? I think Frez just simped a sub. I don't know what it means though. Does it mean like beg? Simp means beg, right? Simple person lacking common sense? What? Oh, that's not what I meant. Never mind. Okay. Never. Dang it. Yeah! Yeah, see, that's see, I didn't want to know that, BG. So yeah. Thank you, Guardy. Good angle. You need to respect the Hanzo though. Oh, whoops. I like your angles so far. Kind of hard to coach right now because you guys have just been rolling. This is a cruddy dynamite. It's cruddy dynamite. Like you didn't put in much thought into that. Yeah. So yeah, he's jumping a lot. He kind of chokes on his dynamite here, and he kind of abandons his angle and he goes back to his core. Not a huge fan of that. And honestly, like, you want to be very, very careful about your position, like playing against a Hanzo. Hanzo's gonna one-shot you. You can't one-shot him, obviously. Like Hanzo is scary as snipers, even as a Widowmaker, depending on like whether you have Sonic on you or not. So I would prefer you to just focus more on killing squishies other than Hanzo, unless he's not looking at you. But don't spend a lot of time like jiggle peeking a Hanzo. You could be doing so much more, because like you have dynamite, you're not as good in the duels. He's probably still providing Sonic to his team in terms of value. So he's actually doing stuff. He has the advantage, and you're not doing stuff. So it's like, play to your strengths, man. And doing Hanzo is not something you want to devote a ton of time to. Okay, good. We're going back on the angle. I really like this. Okay, it's okay. You can't re-peek that. I also want you to be utilizing high ground more. So okay, so think about this. What are you using your coach gun here for, okay? So I'm going to dial it back a little bit. What are you using your coach gun here for? There's nothing here that's going to actually be looking to duel you up close. So you don't need your coach gun to peel for yourself. You could use it instead to access high grounds and access angles. And that's something that you need to immediately assess when you see either a Reinhardt or a Rissa, okay? Like, dive tanks, you can use it to peel. Non-dive tanks, you use it to get angles on them. And not just angles, because I like that your angles on the side, that's great. But like, yeah, this is great. The unfortunate thing is that obviously, like, they rotate around, but like, that's what I want you to, like, what you just did there, I want you to be looking to do that again at your earliest convenience, basically. Unfortunate, like you said. What do we use our coach gun for? What do we use our coach gun here for? Alright, you get kind of antsy and move out, which is fine. So you kind of just waste both of your abilities there, and that's really, really unfortunate. Good job grabbing the mini. We get an angle. Ana lands a big nade. Don't re-peek that. Next coach gun, I would get the high ground. Oh, you've lost the fight. Never mind. Peace. You need to get out of here. Okay, so like this is where we need to go high ground. Alright, careful. Don't even bother. Like, see, here's the thing. You're shooting shield, but there's nobody in your team to actually capitalize off of a broken shield, and you're not exactly breaking it fast. But really, next, don't bother shooting shield here. The best thing that can happen is you get a little bit of shield damage. The worst thing that can happen, this sucker gets you, or you get slept. So just don't even bother right now. Wait until your team's here, and then actually pump on the shield. Like even this right here is not good. That's good. But again, you had to use your coach gun what? To get out of a bad situation that you shouldn't have been in the first place, but you should have just reset and then gone back, coach gun up, easy peasy. Right? This is Plat, I think. So you're just not really doing a whole lot. Like you like if you actually look back at this fight, look at what you did. You were too far forward, got your cooldowns forced early, and then when your team's ready to go in, what's wrong here? Chat, what's the problem here? What's the problem here? I kind of already gave it to you, but no cooldowns. And why does he have no cooldowns, chat? We keep asking why. Why? There you go. He didn't reset. You didn't reset. You stayed too far forward. You started trying to do work when your team was dead. You got your cooldowns forced. Now your team goes in, and you're off in Narnia. If you had simply just backed out and waited for your team, you would have been able to go in with your cooldowns. You're poking in an unsafe position. Got your cooldowns forced. And now, you're not actually able to go to high ground. Because you're not able to go to high ground, the Hanzo pokes you. Is the Hanzo hitting you here, your Ana being slow to heal you? Is that unlucky? Yes. But did you put yourself in a situation where unlucky things can happen? Also yes. So the fault is not on your enemy team being lucky or on your Ana being slow. It is on you. You. Usually, you getting your cooldowns forced is not going to lead to this bad of a situation. But you can completely remove the chance of you being out of a fight and making it 5 versus 6 if you simply push with your team. Contribute something when your team or most of your team is alive. Now, obviously, in ranked, 6 versus 6s are rare. Like, people stagger and things like that. But if at least most of your team, if you have got your Ryan, Genji, and Ana, that alone would be good enough for me to want to do something with you. And done. There's AKM Blades, and then there's Rar Bobs. Almost 2 minutes in, and you're not even 2/3 of the way. What's the problem here, chat? What's the problem? Actually, what's good and what's bad? I'm making it harder. What's good and what's bad? In the open, yes. And when you're detonating a dynamite, watch how you move. Basically standing still. Okay? But what's good? So you stood still, you peeked wide, you threw a dynamite, and you're like, and the Hanzo's just like, I can't hit her, right? Which, you're lucky. So if you're gonna get a dynamite into somebody that can shoot you, do so from here. Not from over wide left. So if you had moved to your right and chucked dynamite, it would have been fine. But you stood out in the open and didn't need to do that. But what's good about this dynamite? So I don't want to harp on this person because we're going to be doing that plenty later. But what was good about this dynamite? Good. Ashe learned to relocate to high. Well, I don't think he really learned because he appears to know that high ground is good. But yes, the high ground is good. But yeah, the high ground is good. The dynamite itself is good in terms of it looks like it hits 2 people. That's getting on the back line, which is nice. Like the dynamite itself is fine. The positioning is almost good, just peeking too wide. Okay? So, good. Good. Woo! That's quite a lot of ultimates, but okay. I mean, at least it wasn't a nano blade. Yeah. A lot of squishies together, sure. I really am not picky about how people use dynamite. If you want to use a farm bob on tanks, if you want to use it to pressure squishies, it doesn't matter, as long as you hit it, really. Like, right now, what should he be doing, chat? Cautiously. Well, actually not cautiously at all right now, but what should he be doing right now? And tell me why I started to say cautiously, but then took away the cautiously. Go to high ground. Why? Why do you go to high ground, chat? Everybody says, go to high ground. Anakin, the high ground. But why? Why is the high ground good? For Ashe. Let's just say for Ashe. Why is it good? Easier shots over shield. So you have an angle that they have to look at 2 different directions. They're not looking at your Genji and your Ryan. They have to look at 2 different ways. So the Ryan has to either, I can't do, and the Ana's like, okay, that's good. Why else is it good here? What kind of a situation are we dealing with right now? Easy cover. You don't need to be cautious anymore because there's no Hanzo spamming at you. He's now on Doomfist. So, even more important to be on high ground so he doesn't just immediately slam you from a million miles away. He actually has to use a cooldown to get to you. Yeah. You can dynamite over shield. You can farm bob. Exactly. There's 0 reason for you to be here. All this does is it makes it easier for Doom to kill you and harder for you to actually get killed. Look at that. Nice coach gun, but you almost got killed by a Doomfist who was able to engage you for free with the slam. At least make him uppercut to get to you, right? It was a good coach, yeah. But again, I mean, the fight's kind of already won here, but yeah, not great. Hello? Get off the low ground, you absolute chimpanzee. Please. It's so much easier for Junkrat to spam you, for you to eat nades, for you to get shattered, fire strike, Zarya right clicks, Junkrat spam, sleep darts. But yeah, get off the low ground, brother. Get off the low ground! Good dynamite! Any dynamite you hit at this point is a good dynamite. Get off the low ground! Again. What dilemma are you creating for the Reinhardt right now? 0. Whereas you should be high ground. Whereas he goes, oh, if my shield breaks and I duck behind this corner, the Ashe can still dynamite me from the high ground, and she could still shoot from this angle. In fact, you should be creating a dilemma for anybody standing behind the Reinhardt. You know, you could be putting a couple of squishies back here, and they'd be totally fine. Why? Because they're standing behind the Reinhardt, and all the damage is coming in this way. Whereas if you're shooting over the shield, even though there's not really a lot of great angles you can get here, at the very least you could shoot over the shield, so nobody could just sit right here comfy, right? Somebody said that in chat either, shooting over the shield or shooting from high ground creates an angle. Exactly right. Very important. Now shut up, Miji. So yeah, like, good job breaking shield, but again, like, I'm just waiting for, and now the Mei comes in, okay? Chat, another reason to be on high ground. So now you don't have Doom committing on you, but if you get a Mei wall, you're going to do absolutely nothing if you're on the low ground. You're not helping your team out anywhere from being here right now. So literally being right above you would be twice as good. Default crosshair? Yeah, I don't know if that's just the recording or what. Unfortunate. Get off the low ground, you butt! You butt! Oh, gee, I wonder if you're gonna get frozen. Unfortunate. But yeah, please get off the low ground. Unless you have to. Sometimes you have to, that's okay. But get off the low ground. Hey, check this out. This is actually great. Look what happens here. Now, you don't get a whole lot done. You don't get a whole lot done. But somehow that dynamite doesn't land. Somehow it gets blocked. But regardless, look what happens. Bang. There's a shatter. There's a grab. Guess what, Chief? You avoided both! Both! You avoided both the shatter and the grab. How did you do it? Were you tracking those ultimates? No, you weren't. You were there because you avoided it because you were off the low ground. You were a little bit up, a little bit further back. Yeah, again, Junkrat spam coming in here. Grab, shatter, the Reinhardt just pinned into your backline. You're contributing, you're literally just free firing here, and you're not taking any damage whatsoever. Great. Good stuff. That was great. When you have Bob, this literally holds priority over everything else. Like right now, you shouldn't be thinking about like, oh, where's the best angle for Dynamite? Or where's the best angle for Spam? You should be thinking about where's the best angle for Bob. Bob is a seriously underrated ultimate. It is a good ultimate. It's like a super powerful turret that can contest point. And the biggest thing that makes Bob really strong is because he has a ridiculous amount of HP and he can shoot from a completely different angle. So if you stick your Bob on cart, then yeah, Bob's not going to be all that great. But if you go to high ground here and you launch the Bob from this window behind them, you just basically won the fight just by that. So I really want to make sure when you have Bob that you're literally just focusing on getting a good Bob. Please. No. I mean, that's just not it. Like, that's just not it. What's wrong with this Bob, chat? Two things are wrong with. First off, I'm not really a big fan of the positioning to get in to get this Bob. Just feels really super sketchy. But what's wrong with this Bob, chat? Turn on your brains. Let's go. Yeah. Bob is taking the same angle as you. So how could you have done this better? How could you have done this better? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Good stuff. Wait, what? Wait, what? Hang on. Brother, you launched Bob off the map! You sent him into the drink! You just Yosemite Sam'd your brother! What is wrong with you? Why did you do this? Why does this happen? Oh, everywhere I go, I see lethal. More failure and failure. My own Uprising Academy hit scan. He did the exact same thing in scrims. He sent Bob off the map. GM, by the way. At least you have an excuse. Exactly. Bob trusted you and this is how you were playing? Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? No, don't wake up a sleeping, right? You literally go, oh, that person is sleeping, and clicked him. Why'd you do that? Okay, chat. But all that being said, what is good right now? Do you feel invulnerable? Because you should. Nobody's touching you. Now, are you a little close for comfort? Yes. Am I a little concerned about you staying here? Yes. Do I care? No. At this point, I don't care about the intricacies. I just want you to be looking for an angle, and I want you to be looking for high ground. This is fine. Totally fine. And again, this is fine. Why? What are they not running that allows you to be this greedy? What could they run to make this positioning more dangerous or bad? Huh? What could chat? And what would Team Blue be running to where I would sit and be like, roar, what are you doing? Yeah, snipers. Yeah, yep, and flankers to a lesser extent too. Yeah, exactly. They've got spam. There's zero reason not to be in high ground here. Get her. Ah! Yes. Again, why does this work? Because it's an angle. Even though it's low ground, because low ground's completely fine. You had an angle. Huge. You had no idea that you were there. No idea. He's not looking at you. He's looking at the Zarya. And then all of a sudden, bang! Right? Get wrecked. Now get to high ground. Get to the stairs. You could play boats here, but that's a little bit aggro. I just generally play the stairs. Jiggle peek that window there. Literally nothing could touch you. You'll be able to shoot tire. You won't get grabbed or shattered. You won't get spammed. You won't get naded. You will less likely to get shot by Zen by accident. You won't get firestruck. You won't get right-clicked by Zarya. You won't get blizzarded. Get off the card. Yeah, good coach gun. Get off the... Get off. Get. Scat. I mean, I like the angle, but way too greedy. So you know they're going to recontest. Like you would have done way more damage if you'd been here to like dynamite as they come in and just free firing from up top. Instead, you're like having to fight for your life just to get out. And now you're on the low ground again. This fight's not lost, brother. You got 6 versus 6. And now you're in a spot where you literally can't do anything. And you can't actually get to a spot where you can do anything because you started in a bad spot to begin with. And now you don't have your cooldown. Unreal. Good dynamite. Oh, no. No. Another Bob directly into cart. And gee, Junkrat on high ground, how did he get there? Idiot. But this fight is legitimately losable because you weren't on high ground to start with. And because, and okay, here's another thing. If you're on the spot where you should be, it'll be easier to get proper Bobs. Dynamites are easier, headshots are easier, it's harder to kill, it's better to get value out of your ultimate. You could even, if you get pressured, you could drop off of high ground, they chase you, and then you coach gun back to high ground because you had it to begin with. Endless possibility, and you throw all of them in the trash can. You worthless piece of rotting rodent meat.
They are getting
attack.
Good shield damage. I like that. Good work. Keep shooting shield. That's super helpful. Hey, angle. Nice job. Greedy angle, but you had to clutch. Might as well. You got nothing to lose. Nice. I bet $60 you sit in this VOD just because of that. And that. Don't lie. What is Spilo eating? Actually, it's actually pretty good. It's flavorful wood chips. It's like beef and peas and potatoes and stuff. It's dinner. You know what I'm eating? I'm eating dinner because I've got to stream to you morons. How are you going to find value out of Ashe on this garbage point? What are you going to do? Chat, you have any suggestions? Flank, yeah. But here's the thing. This is where flanking becomes dangerous, right? Why? Why is flanking dangerous here? Huh? Why? Yeah, close quarters is the answer I was really looking for. You're all kind of right, but close quarters. So, you know, it's very easy for, like, the McCree to roll flashbang, you know, the Zarya to get on you, the Ryan to get on you, the damage orb will screw you up as Lucio zooms in from nowhere, the Junkrat all of a sudden throws, like, 2 pipes your way or grenades your way, and then you're screwed, right? So, how do we handle flanks now? How do we do it? Because you can't just sit on a flank and just pump out damage, expect to be all dandy. It's not going to work. So, how do we handle it now? How do we handle it now? What is your strategy when looking to utilize your flanks here? You can mitigate this by timing your flank with your team's engaged. I'd smell a coach. Save coach gun. Cooldowns. Don't attack till the team engages. All of those. Quick flanks. Peek around, throw a dynamite, detonate it, and maybe get out of there. Coach gun if you need to. Maybe pop around, go for a shot on the I don't know, the McCree Junkrat if they're far away, and then get out of there. So, you're going to have to spend some of your time just shooting shield, unfortunately. Every now and then, peek around, throw a dynamite, look for a pick, throw a bob behind them if you can, and then get out of there. So, you can't dwell on the flanks, but you can use them. Okay, that makes sense. So basically, if you can't stay on a flank because someone's going to contest you, that doesn't mean don't use them, because otherwise you might as well just go Reaper. It just means be there for shorter periods of time, and make sure you're going with your team. So anyway, just, you need to utilize flanks, because Ashe is just not going to break. Like, if you're just going to sit and choke, just play Junkrat, Reaper, McCree, or something like that. But you need to utilize angles. That's why Ashe isn't very good on this point, because you have to utilize angles, but the angles are hard. Generally, heroes are good on points where it's easy to play them. That way, if you're good at the hero, and it's easy to play, you're dominant. I mean, right now, obviously, you can do whatever the heck you want, because your team is winning the fight with, whatever, but... Again, nothing really matters here, because you guys just got snowballed. But it doesn't matter. I don't want to talk about how to win this fight. I want to talk about the general principle. I want you to understand the general principle. Even if it doesn't matter in this fight, even if you guys just cap it, now you know what to look for. Because it's not always going to be this easy. Bob is fine. Off angle, I like it. I don't know that there's a whole lot to say here. It's a good Bob. Decent positioning. Yeah, you just gotta clean them up. Okay. Just stay off the cart. Stay off the cart. That's the second time you've headshotted somebody while trying for dynamite. Okay. We'll stop there because I think we have enough to work on. Big thing here. High grounds and angles are really important because it not only allows you to put out more damage, it prevents them from doing damage to you, whether that's through ultimates, cooldowns, or just primary fire. And then if you got nothing else, if you think that that's something that you've mastered, you can alternate that with making sure your Bob has crossfire. Put priority over that on anything else. Literally anything else. Like when you have Bob, that's more important than anything else. Make sure it's executed properly.